What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to another episode of WNN. I'm your host, Weaver Beats, and today we'll be talking about the music production news. In our first story, FABFILTER Twin 3 is out. I'm excited, said nobody ever. To be fair though, I can't say I've used FABFILTER Twin too much, or even attempted to. Okay, so obviously FABFILTER Twin 3 is a synthesizer. They've redesigned the interface. It's got additional oscillator, giving you a total of 4. 2 additional filters, giving you a total of 4. Redesigned modulation system, new effects section, arpeggiator, new preset library, per oscillator polyphony mode, 4x oversampling, transient mode allows envelope followers to detect transients. It's available now for $129. While I am a big fan of FABFILTER products, I don't know, Twin is never something that's really struck a chord with me, or pretty much anyone I've ever talked to in my entire life. I've never heard anyone mention it. I'm sure there's someone out there that uses it though and could use this information. If so, this is for you. I want to be keeping it down today, okay guys? At least for these segments, because news. Alright, next we'll be talking about the Grammys. Oh boy, Grammys. Honestly, I couldn't give less of a shit. It's a meaningless award ceremony. Beyonce breaks all-time winners record. Okay, congratulations. Ozzy wins Best Rock Album. Didn't even know he had one. Harry Styles gets the Album of the Year award. And Jack Antonoff wins Producer of the Year for the second year running. Beyonce broke the all-time most Grammys record with their 32nd honor, as Renaissance won Best Dance/Electronic Album, accepting the Best Album gong, which he can put alongside the Best Pop album Harry's House also earned. Harry Styles said, "On nights like tonight, it's obviously so important for us to remember that there's no such thing as the best in music." Shut the fuck up. No one wants to hear that from someone winning all the awards. No one wants to hear that from you. So Jack Antonoff won Producer of the Year. Within the eligibility window for this year's win, Antonoff was worked on Florence and the Machine's Dance Fever, the Minions' The Rise of Gru soundtrack, okay, Taylor Swift's All Too Well, the 10-minute version, Taylor's version, From the Vault, I Still Believe by Diana Ross in the 1975's part of the band. Just checking really quickly here. Are any of these anyone's favorite project of the year? Surely there had to be someone more deserving of this award, right? He's also surely a shoo-in for the nomination next year with his work on Taylor Swift's Midnights, and 1975's Being Funny in a Foreign Language will be eligible. I don't know. I just feel like this whole ceremony is just for the industry to jack off the industry. No pun intended. It just feels like you have to check the right boxes, scratch the right backs in order to even be nominated. If society as a whole just realized these awards are meaningless and stop putting any weight into it, then all art would be better off for it. Art is creativity. It shouldn't be as intertwined with this commercial fake bullshit. Is that Kenny Beats in the background there? I genuinely cannot tell. Chris Brown isn't happy that Robert Glasper beat him to the Best R&B Album Grammy. Yeah, Chris Brown wouldn't be happy with anybody beating him. You know what I'm saying? He has to be beating somebody else. That joke just came right out. Boom. I beat the shit out of that joke. Who the fuck is Robert Glasper? I'm kicking y'all ass. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know if you should be saying that, Chris. I gotta get my skills up. I'm gonna start playing the harmonica. I'm looking forward to Chris Brown playing the harmonica. And if he doesn't do that, he's a fucking liar. In our next story, SOUNDWIDE has laid off 8% of their staff. You may be asking, who is SOUNDWIDE? It's the parent company of Native Instruments, Isotope, and it doesn't matter who else. SOUNDWIDE joins a growing list of big tech companies that are cutting costs amid concerns of worsening global economic conditions. Spotify is also laying off 6% of its workforce. The company also welcomes several brands under its umbrella. Whoa, don't let BWB hear you talking about umbrellas like that. That's his word, okay? Yeah, I just decided I'm not going to do the news tonight, guys. You got to send me money to my PayPal link up here. I'm waiting. I'll be waiting. PINKPANTHRESS on criticism. I know I didn't invent drum and bass or garage, but what I created was a specific sound which I wanted to have for myself. I feel like they could have picked a less weird frame there, right? They got her just like... I feel like they could have picked a better picture. I don't know. Her music began dominating the video sharing app TikTok. Oh, taking over the dang old TikTok. Keep it up, Pink. I feel like she didn't really have to address this criticism. If you nobody's making this criticism, it's not a big deal. In our next story, win a vintage mini Moog signed by Russia's Geddy Lee. It has a fat identifiable tone. I really like that. I'm glad he does. So it's a fundraising raffle. It's a bunch of information here about the serial number and where it was built. Don't care. Just trying to figure out how to get it, man. It has an estimated value of $10,000 and rising. Okay. Tickets for the raffle will run until the 27th of February, or when all the tickets have been sold. Cost $25 each, or you can have 5 for $100, 12 for $200, or 35 for $500. Either way, the funds are being raised, which will be used to expand Dr. Bob's Sound School, the foundation's educational project, which brings the science of sound to students at elementary schools. They will also support the Moogseum. Ooh, hate that name. The Bob Museum that's located in Asheville, North Carolina. You can grab your tickets at the link in the description. In our next story, we got whatever the f this is here. Rigid Audio's new Iron Storm instrument helps you design cinematic transitions just as epic as those on the silver screen. It's a contact-based instrument, focused on creating elements including noise sweeps and risers. I don't have plenty of those. I mean, you can make that yourself in your DAW. I mean, maybe let's just hear it out here. Let's see what it sounds like. Does that sound like something you'd hear on TV? I could see this being kind of cool, but it's sounding very... I'm not sure if I know the word to describe it. It doesn't sound like something I've heard people use before. Let me know how you describe this in the comment section, guys. Okay, now we're talking. Maybe they should have just opened with that. If you guys are interested in that, description. Snow Ghost says, playing instruments is so much more expressive than using a synth can ever be. But we like processing them too. I mean, I guess technically they used to be more expressive in terms of like, you know, the way you touch it might change it a bit. But MPE has kind of changed that a bit nowadays. As you can see here though, they use a bunch of electronics. So what gives? What gives, man? I feel like they're just clickbaiting this. All right, we got some breaking news here, guys. Yeah. Waves, another saturation thing. Okay, so Waves released their MAGMA tube channel strip. Apparently, whatever you run through it, it just sounds better. You guys may know this, I'm not a huge fan of Waves. I do think some of their plugins are alright. Some of them are pretty good. I really do like Clarity, I think that's a really good one. Not a big fan of their scheme to get people to pay for updates. Okay, so it's modeled on the detailed circuit behavior of carefully selected vintage valve tube hardware. It's using the same technology as the BB Tubes plugin. It's got input and drive saturation, 3-band musical EQ, and dynamics. Pretty simple stuff. Apparently it's really creamy. If you talk to any of these guys in here, they're all saying it's super duper creamy, if you know what I'm saying. Did they really get this many testimonies for it? For releasing it? That seems insane. Anyways, it's $29, but remember the upgrade plan. Not bad intro price though. That's pretty good. Could I get some more of that? Okay, in our next story here, apparently Universal Audio is having problems with their UAD Spark subscription service on Windows computers. I went and checked on the front lines though to see if this messed up my computer, and it did not, fortunately. So it doesn't seem like it's a problem with everyone with a Windows computer. But essentially the update they released on January 17th, I know I'm getting this kind of late. I only found out about it earlier tonight. Anytime you add one of their UAD Spark plugins, your CPU will exceed 80% apparently. Didn't have that problem, as you can see here. I added like 20 of them before it got to that point. That may smell like news, but it's actually bullshit. Okay, in our last story of the night, we got some free instant hook samples. Catchy phrases to spice up your tracks, stretch them, harmonize them, distort them, whatever. Okay, are they going to be good? Are they going to be terrible? Let's find out. Place your bets now, guys. Okay, I don't know. I can see why this is free. Okay, they could definitely make these a bit longer. They put like zero effort into this. Is anyone going to use this? Okay, that's it for this episode of WNN. Thank you for watching the entire way. Make sure to check out my second channel if you haven't. Let me know what you thought of the news. Check out my social medias. Check out the beat battle. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, look at that.